What is up, guys and girls? My name is SmakZac, and welcome back to Vampyr. My hypothesis, not my hypothesis. Why the hell did I just say hypothesis? Don't listen to me. I'm crazy. Anyways, I was going to say that my plan of attack is to just record a video after video until we get to the end of the game.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Okay, first priority, I think we're going to go to the left first. My thinking is that then we can stop at our house and level ourselves up. That also means that we are going to be stopping at the Avalon place, which means we will be fighting people of Avalon. Nobody said that this process was going to be easy, but
I cannot enter.
From what I gather with the current situation, it's good that I decided not to turn a bunch of people. Pembroke is going to fall from serious to not so good here in a little bit, that's for sure. There's nothing I can do about that at the moment. I want to heal everybody. I want to make sure that the Pembroke Hospital is good, especially because Dr. Swansea is gone, which means I am now the next in charge. Okay, there we go. Wow, that hurts. Dude, you frickin' asshole. Take this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Thanks, mate. For rearrange stuff, we still have 1,000 extra because we can't use it on anything because everything else is... Oh, wait. The Whitechapel police have been informed of the mysterious disappearance of Edgar Swansea, aged 45. Physician at approximately 6:30 this morning. The police have circulated a description of the missing man. Height 6 foot. Slender build, fair complexion, graying hair, thin mustache, likely wearing a white surgeon coat and with dark flannelite vest. Dr. Swansea is a familiar figure with the Whitechapel district, the current head of the Pembroke Hospital and the preeminent scientist. He spearheaded the admission of patients during last summer's flu epidemic. Although his methods have been criticized, it should be noted that Dr. Swansea did save a substantial number of individuals during the outbreak. His guidance drove Pembroke to new technical heights, especially due to his enlightenment of vanguard talents. His latest recruit was the transfusion pioneer Dr. Jonathan E. Reed, who had recently returned from the war. The famous surgeon was nowhere to be found to answer our questions. The lack of head surgeon has led to just dropping the operation's success rate at Pembroke. I would advise go against entrusting yourself to them until Dr. Swansea is found, or a new head emerges. What the frick? No. Everybody died? No. Not fair. Not fair. This game sucks. It was because it was already, people weren't healthy at the moment anyways. Gah! Okay, hold up. Ammo, I'm not worried about. This I am. Not enough for that. There we go. Can I sneak in through here? Seems I can. So sad. Pembroke Hospital. I actually like that place. I actually did everything that I could to keep it healthy. One time I don't do it. It's one time it dies. Will I play this game again? Maybe on my own time.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club.
New game plus, that'd be
If
cool.
I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Oh, hi there. Oh man, I'm clicking the wrong buttons because all of my stuff is in a different spot. Thanks, bud. Ow. Asshole. Ow. Asshole. Freeze, dude. Calm your tits. Thank you. Speed that up. Okay. That was fun. Improviser. Okay. Oh, he's downstairs. Hello, sir.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is the city's last hope.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Yeah, it's been like that for this entire game, and that's exactly why everybody's dead. Because I am not the person that anybody should entrust to make responsible choices, is basically the moral of the story. Okay, we're done with that part. Now we have to move on to the next part. Oh, man. We're so close to being done, though, I know that much. Supposedly, there's a final boss, obviously, but I have to figure out how I'm going to fight the final boss, and that's going to suck. Maybe not, who knows. Okay, number 2. We need to get up here and into the cemetery. Obtain a drop of King Arthur's, search the insulin and the old morgue. Oh. No, I don't want to go there. Everybody's dead, and I will just feel more guilty. I didn't want to talk to you. Why am I going this way? Okay, let's go to the place that I dread going, because it's along the way to the cemetery anyways. If the Pembroke Hospital wasn't like this, because I didn't screw everything up, really I'm cornered. Fuck me in the ass multiple times, because this game sucks. Why the hell is this happening to me? This is not good. This is far from good. This is the worst imaginable thing to happen in my life right now. Okay. You take some of this. You take some of that. Ow! That hurt. Rude. Again. Ugh. I don't remember there being this many female. Oh no, there's a couple males too. Man, these used to be my coworkers. I guess it makes sense that the heart of the epidemic is becomes all skulls, but man, does it suck. You guys all suck. Major dongle. Okay, did not mean to waste that. Okay, that was weird. Ow! You freeze. I'll only deal with one of you at the time. Get out of the way. Thank you. Okay. That was not fun. They're all gonna respawn too. This isn't even where I'm trying to get to either. Is the hospital club boarded up? Oh. Okay, my friend said that he completely murdered the hospital. I can still go up there though. Interestingly enough.
The flower's dying. It needs
God
water.
damn it, Dr. Swanzia, can you not give the plant water? God, you're so annoying. So mad at myself. This would have been so much easier if I didn't kill the morgue.
I cannot use
Or the
garlic,
hospital.
but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Probably have another boss fight that I have to go through. Oh. Well, it's slightly better than I was expecting. It's not great, but I'm still letting lose some, I guess. Those guys suck. Seriously, super annoying. I hate those guys. I sincerely wish I didn't have to come here again. This place sucks. Find insulin in the morgue. Supposedly, it's upstairs. Another dead dude. That guy wasn't dead when we came here at the beginning of the game. Fitting that we come here at the end of the game, just like we had to come here at the beginning of the game. I don't know why there's still some strange sound effects. That doesn't make any sense. Mostly because... Okay.
Best run along home, sir. Not a safe place, right? Easy does it, boys.
Not who I wanted to get. Well, what do you expect is gonna happen? You guys start fighting a vampire, some of you are gonna die.
The beast must die.
In this case, all of you. Stop, 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 asshole. Go fuck yourself. I'm an asshole. Multiple times. Holy crap. No. You need to freeze. You need to stop. You need to die. Okay. Literally, my go-to insult this entire episode has been fuck you in the asshole. Because, oh my gosh, that's the only thing that I can say right now. This game is gonna get me in a lot of trouble with YouTube for sure. They're gonna be like, man, you cussed too much in this video. I'm gonna be like, I was dying. Duh. Tell me I cussed too much.
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Okay, now I gotta leave. Hey there, bud.
Good evening, vampire hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan Emmett Reed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Can we speak more?
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Oh.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
That's not a good experience.
And
No wonder he
who
hates
was
vampires.
this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. But she is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Bummer.
Like me.
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's Stowe brothers.
Okay, I believe you.
Adieu, vampire hunter.
Until we meet again, blood drinker.
An interesting truce at the current time. So now what do I need to do? Find a hideout? Okay. Blocking off the entire facility. Okay, now that that's done.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Okay, down the stairs we go. Oh. This place is revolt. I hate that the skulls eat flesh. They don't actually just drink blood. I feel like eating flesh is like worse than blood for some reason. I don't know, I'm weird. Don't ask questions. It's like I knew where I was supposed to be going, but I think I was like more concerned about healing everybody, and then forgot how to get back. This way, we're back. We're good. We are set. And ready. As ready as we can be for this upcoming fight.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Then who?
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
She's the one that killed everybody. I don't know, maybe the giant blood splatters everywhere? I hate this.
Where is old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
So I am following the correct trail. She's gonna go back to that little location where we fought what's his face? Father! It's you! We haven't talked in ages.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical thread.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
You are made of blood?
Blood? You are made of blood? Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
What? Who are you really?
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Huh. So I'm the progeny of a goddess's creation? Which is why I'm so powerful? Dude, that's interesting. That's cool.
I'm here to
That's
stop
cool.
Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
Who is this queen?
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
Disaster is just an accident?
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Finally, he's actually talking English-ish.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
So...
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
For ages.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Okay. Here goes. Ah. Is she getting sick into the water supply?
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you.
She's poisoning the water supply!
My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Gulp. Oh, I'm giving myself the serum? The crap?
Poor baby. Where is she now? Shadows will
Ow.
devour you.
Okay.
Nobody ever helped me. I've been alone
Ow.
all my life.
Okay. Hold up. Thank you. Just sneak on up there for you. Ow, that hurt. For freeze! Thank you. This is not that hard of a fight. It's probably gonna be, since it's the final boss, it's probably gonna be the rule of 3, eh? That's what my assumption is. That was cool. Yep, rule of 3. What the fuck?
This anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Okay. Okay, can I like not do anything to you? I knew this was gonna be bad. Oh, fuck me. Oh god. 5. Okay, so my stuff does do damage to her. You freeze. Let me heal. Thank you.
Such innocence, such guilt.
Oh shoot! Woo! Okay. I do not like you guys. You things. How do you like that, eh? Eh? I'm not getting any blood from her though.
Feed your mother, child.
pass. Can I respectfully pass? Oh! Ow! Lady! Freeze! Thank you. Oh man, I was supposed to use my fucking... Like that, thank you. The Red Queen, eh? Red Queen's a bitch. Come on, right after I heal myself. Ow! Ow! Woman! Leave your minions alone! Let them be free! I don't want to be part of this at all, thank you. Okay, I'm running out of stuff here.
I will regain for this is abundant the harvest. Red the
More minions! Okay, hi minions, how you doing? Glad to meet you. Good to see you. Love you guys. You all are very attractive in so many unlikely ways. That doesn't make any sense. You know what? I'm just gonna go with it. Don't run at me like that. What's wrong with you? Okay. Freeze! Yay! You're frozen! Yay, I'm healing.
feed your mother, child.
Whoa, whoa! Okay. Not good. Probably shouldn't have done that. Not good at all. You guys stay away from me. Spawn of Satan. What the frick? Freeze. Heal. Thank you, miss. Appreciate your patience with me.
Eat, for this is my body.
What the crap? Technically I am, because, you know, I'm very confused. Why did you create the Guardian of the Land if the Guardian of the Land is always at war with you? I don't understand this at all. This is very confusing indeed. Freeze. Let me regain my stamina, please. Thank you. Oh! Okay. Unnatural disaster.
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Just like that? Okay then. Ha! I beat it first try though. Proud of myself. Usually it takes me multiple times. A shotgun did help though.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
Is she gonna fight us now
But
too?
they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous
I knew it.
fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Resourceful. Now we have a woman in the sewers to help us for
London
eternity.
has
For
been
eternity. Oh,
cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
did I steal that? That was outside of Lady Ashbury's house. I stole that.
This is it.
Totally stole it.
Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
A castle? Father! it's you again!
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
Bittersweet, that is so him.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
Lord Redgrave
I totally just
definitely
skipped that.
possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is as wise as it is ancient. You have nothing to fear from it.
I am not afraid.
Do you truly think they are merely scholars poring over dusty books? The stole of St. Paul wielded faith sufficient to cast a dragon into the abyss.
That is just a legend.
Am I not a legend? Are you not about to become one yourself?
About?
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
That was deep, dude.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
He did.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King
Interesting.
Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
That explains why his blood still was around. Sort of.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
Which one, though? That's the question. Which one is still alive? Ah, this is cool.
So that is all we are to you. Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
I have so many questions. Like, Lady Ashbury has a daughter. She fled here where William Marshall is as well. William Marshall and apparently King Arthur are both my brothers in this strange
I cannot enter.
scenario.
The castle
man.
walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Like that? That looks like a pretty clear way to me. No. That last conversation unearthed so many questions. but we still have some that are unanswered. Hopefully. Unknown area. Oh shit. Hopefully we can figure that out though. That probably wasn't the final fight. There's probably still one more. Probably. I'm curious though. Mary Englewood, born... What? What? Robin? What if this name seemed familiar to me?
It's locked. The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
No, probably for good reason. It is you, after all.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
Plot twist, she's having an affair with William, whatever his name is. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when I arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky, although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of the orphanage for young ladies inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint-Louis. Sadly closed when the French people chose, my God, I can't even write these words down, to cut their king's head off. Such a place, destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls, will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make a project a huge success. Alexandra Somerset. Huh. Portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood. 1666. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among few architects, I invited to send forth proposals. I was most impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady
Like
Ashbury.
most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Dr. Jonathan Reed. 19.
Elizabeth,
You allow my portrait to watch over you while you
my
sleep.
love,
I'm flattered.
you allow my
That
portrait
was
to
weird.
watch over you. This castle is falling apart.
Dear Miss Ashbury, when last we communicated, you asked for the convenience of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I am happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstances should the carriage try to pass a river by boat, but always by road and bridges. For the precious wood and the relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. Very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. Interesting. Oh hey, what if I activate my senses? I'm an
And a
idiot.
moon are the symbols I should look for.
Okay.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. One last switch, and...
Sword, where's the moon? There's a flower. There we go.
Voila.
Voila. Ooh, something's glowing over here. Got a glowy glue. Oh! That's cool. I want one of those in my house. That'd be cool. This is how Santa gets to all the little boys and children. They must have updated the game at some point because I can now scroll after just picking something up, which is nice. An angel came to me, blessed be to God. Michael appeared to me last night in all of his glory, shaped in the glorious blood to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground, only to awake the next night. You will serve me as you served your kings, said the angel before striking me with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I will leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be God. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under Temple Church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. The Black Death, an epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. It is almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain. For time to time the plague, the Black Death, reappears in a village, in a town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of the mortal suffering vampires. Dreadful creatures, I won't let this land collapse until my last breath. I'll serve and protect England. Tonight, in the small village of the 1578, Hudstone, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak, without fearing for her own life. Her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Inglewood. I'm not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. My heart is breaking, my soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish, and I will respect it. Elizabeth Inglewood, my sweet daughter, is gone, for she now wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to the Hudstone, she will find me there, managing the bull in her parents' owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times. Now the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. The devil is at work again. The Great Plague is back, reappearing thousands of lives in London. Thousands of lives in London. I must sell the bull in and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God, forgive me. The terrifying creature I have defeated was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh and walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire, without the advice of Michael. I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. The flames cleansed the city of the demon's presence, but half of the London burnt down. Ah. Ever since I haven't dreamt of red flood of slaughter and rage. It's like disaster had tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I am afraid I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate, I bit her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? My prayers have been heard. 1712. I have found the strength to resist the new need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I've heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with the new progeny of yours. You're a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I will find a way to amend. For what I have done to you, I swear I shall only rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. Brother of St. Paul's Stoll finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There is the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God. They respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, and the Dus Astro, the eater of stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request by burning desire to stop blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Terror of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood at the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most. The time on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell. I already read that part. So this is the rest of the book. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Terror of Angels. Blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood of the king for courage, garlic is the essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made mad by the hunger, I waited again and again until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I had chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first, for she only was Lady Blackwood now. The dreadful mistress of the dark, who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I had inflicted to her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her, had given her the blood of hate, now burning in her veins, in her soul. I told her I had found a cure, and that I had managed to create 1 dose of antidote. I gave it to her, to give her back her previous peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impeach me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the Terror of Angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. 1794. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of the entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, as I repent for all the murderous souls caused by my negligence of more than 100 years. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She had recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat. Far from temptation, far from the noisy, crowded cities, I can't wait to embrace the solitude, find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stoll. Without the most shameful and sensible information, of course, soon I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There I shall find peace at last, with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. Dude, that uncovers so much right there. Okay, so long story short is what that just said was that Elizabeth had the blood of hate. She, slaughtered France, apparently, and then was given the antidote by William Marshall. She drank it and was cured, and that was why she was what she is. Still don't understand how she has a daughter in London, but so that's why when the other doctor, Dr. Swansea, gave her blood to another person, it contagious, because Lady Ashbury does have the blood of hate in her. But she was cured herself, but not her blood. So she can't turn anybody into a vampire, otherwise that will happen. So in order to stop it entirely, I have to kill both of these two people, Lady Ashbury and William Marshall. That's a lot to take in. But that's a lot of lore. A lot of answers were just answered in that segment. Father and daughter. Don't really want to do any other fights.
Father, you have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Oh shit, she's grabbing a sword.
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
What do you mean? Where are we?
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
Oh, I'm not going to have to kill her. She kills her father, she dies. And so does everybody else that they have turned. And thus, the end of the Blood of Hatred, so to speak.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
The city has suffered, but it will prevail in the end.
A more cynical analysis would be that this is an acceptable catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation, and the will of a creature so inexplicably evil. She exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
I know he gave you.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then?
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
One second.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
Do you remember Dorothy Crane? Aloysius Dawson? I love you, Jonathan Reed, I really do. But you cannot be trusted.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Hey. Experience. That's all I have to say.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
Uh-huh. You heard me just fine when I just said that, eh?
I found your research on the antidote. The Tears of the Angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to
Interesting
lock
that he has a
her in
cross
St.
on
Paul's
his
Cathedral and
around his
burn the
neck,
building down.
despite being a vampire.
I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
And it's not affecting any of us.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift, and implacable.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was
There's some questions in here that I already know because of reading that. And I think that the game just put them in here because people sometimes don't read through the stuff.
I'm at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me.
Here we go.
Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Sad.
Farewell.
It's a head.
And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy
She's
carrier,
gonna walk into the
as
flames.
you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Death.
She already implemented
Jonathan,
it, or mentioned
wherever
it.
I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
Ugh.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed
Bad
me?
ending. I told you.
Choices to make.
Told you it was
Forgive
gonna be
you.
bad ending.
And that is my choice.
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
Bad ending. Knew that was gonna. Wow, she's brave. No screaming needed. Just standing there as she burns to death. And credits. Any second now. 3, 2, 1.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Bad ending. Told you guys we were gonna get the bad ending once everybody died. Oh man. That was a fun game nonetheless. Like, I enjoyed every second of it. The story was great. The combat was pretty fun. The abilities were really unique. I don't think I've ever played or seen vampire abilities like as blood. Yeah, just the whole combat system was pretty good. I don't know how else to. I'm so tired that I can't really explain what I'm trying to say. But I'm really annoyed that we killed Pembroke Hospital. I'm really annoyed that we killed pretty much everything. I definitely made some some bad decisions along the way, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm not really happy with the ending. Supposedly there's supposed to be a better ending. I am not going to play through this game again, unless only on my own time. I'm not going to play it again any other time. So the ending that we got was the ending that we deserved, apparently. Yeah. I didn't want to turn anybody. I killed pretty much everybody, which is why she decided not to stay. Because she could not trust me because I was a murderer. Oh man, I can't imagine not drinking blood and trying to defeat this game or beat this game with just by combat alone. That would have taken forever. And it would have taken like a ton of time and effort and entirely too much work. So there's the game. We got the bad ending. I'm probably going to go on YouTube and look up the other endings, just the ending title thing where like it shows the pictures and everything, just to see what else could have happened. You guys can probably do that too if you want on your own time, if you are interested in it. I'm not going to add anything to this video. But this game was a blast. I was looking forward to it once I first saw it. Once I first ever saw the footage of it, I'm like, oh man, this game looks like it's going to be great. And it was everything that I imagined it would be. So the story was fantastic. I even had one of my friends come over and play it, and like, just they knew that the story was great, and they actually were, I think they were going to go buy it, but I'm not sure if they did or not. Not that it matters. Yeah, so that was Vampyr. The story, I was like, it was super story rich, and I wonder what other decisions I could have made that would have changed the outcome. The one thing about this game that I found super annoying was the lack of going back saving. They were super harsh on the decisions that you made. Like, the game would save automatically after every single decision you made. So you didn't have a choice. I actually started, I think, 5 new games throughout this entire, like when we first started the series. I think I started 5 new games just to try and make up for bad decisions that I made, which is why I decided that I'm not going to do that again. I'm got tired of going through the same stuff over and over. So because of that, I definitely made some pretty bad decisions, good decisions, mostly bad. I didn't realize that if after killing so many people that she would have made that decision. I'm kind of sad about the ending, honestly. Long story short is Jonathan, us, went mad after losing our loved one. And honestly, I'm not happy with that ending, but it's not like I can do anything about it, because the only way that I can get to a better ending is by starting a completely new game. Unless this has a New Game Plus option, but I doubt it does. So, yeah, but I have other series planned for this channel. I have, not really going to tell you guys because, you know, spoilers. But I'm very excited to play all the games that I have lined up for this next series. It was actually kind of funny because this wasn't even planned to be a series. I was literally minding my own business. I was planning on doing the second Witcher next after we finished Alien Isolation, and then suddenly my friend was like, hey, this game came out and I'm having a blast playing it. We should, so then he was telling me about it and I was like, oh, that game came out. So then I decided to do videos on it. And I didn't realize that I was going to do 5 different playthroughs of it just because I kept on disliking the decisions that I made. But if the game was a little bit more forgiving on decisions, I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But since every decision counted, it got annoying. So this is actually probably the first game that I've ever gotten that I've gotten the bad ending. Usually I play it safe, I usually make the best decisions possible, I usually follow a happy, a good storyline, like everything's super happy and good. But for some reason, this time, because I was a vampire and I was tainted and went crazy for blood. Oh, that makes sense. So, when West Chapel, or whatever it was, lost 2 people, everybody else died. So when I killed, what's-her-face, Dorothy, and the one Asian lady, when I killed both of them, everybody else died. At the beginning of the game, I decided to kill the one guy that did the stabby stew, and then when I killed Dr. Swansea, everybody else died. There was nothing that I could have done about that. Even if all of their health was at the top, wouldn't have done anything. My decision to kill Dr. Swansea, or even if I didn't kill Dr. Swansea and I just let him die, either way, Pembroke Hospital was doomed. So, starting the game out, you probably shouldn't kill that guy if you want to try to get a better ending than I got. Again, a passive playthrough just means you have to grind for stuff and spend so much more time grinding. And that is not fun. At all. Hate grinding. Unless it's Dark Survival Evolved. I have fun grinding for that. Actually, sort of. Anyways, so thank you to everybody that has sat here and watched this entire playthrough. I honestly haven't seen anybody playing this game, any of the bigger YouTubers as far as I know. At least the ones that I watch haven't been playing this game. So for the first time ever, I finally play a game that nobody else has played. I started Witcher, but you know, nobody has played that I watch. But stopped playing it for the how many scavenger hunts I had to go on. Anyways, I had a blast playing this game. Thank you to all of the developers for making this game. Thank you so much for fixing the scroll bug that was at the beginning of the game when I first started playing. It was so nice to be able to scroll through stuff right after I picked it up. There's so much lore. The story was so good. As somebody that is studying English to become a story writer for video games and movies and stuff, this is truly inspiring, honestly. Going through something like this, it just shows me how intricate and how detailed backstories have to go just to create a good story. And then keeping the art of mystery all the way until the very end makes the person so intrigued that they want to get to the end of the story. So, that was Vampyr. Killed our sister again. Mother lived. Father, I have no idea what happened to him. Probably should have uncovered that, but again, that would have taken more time, and school's starting soon, so I don't have a ton of time, sadly. So if it's not along the pathway, then I don't have time to look at it. But I will definitely be looking at all that stuff on my own. Okay, so we did that, then we killed Dorothy, and then we killed the Asian lady on the cemetery, which destroyed that. Then we killed the Stabby Stew guy, then we killed Dr. Swansea. We also killed the one guy, the owner of the one place, but I didn't have any other option. I couldn't just sit there and let him die. I didn't have that option available. But, yeah, so everything seems to go back to being a vampire and the bad decisions that I made. Again, like I keep saying, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to play this game for yourselves, I left the link in the description on every single video for this series to get to the game, as well as anything else that I decide to add, like the outro songs and everything else. Thank you all so much for watching. I enjoyed this game so much. I am so glad that I only had to make, hopefully, one little animated skit thing, and that skit was probably, I found it to be kind of entertaining. It was a little bit better than the other ones that I did for Alien Isolation. But aside from that, that was Vampyr. I hope you enjoyed the series. If you actually sat through this entire series with me on this adventure, thank you all. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that somebody would actually sit down and listen to my annoyance for hours on end, but thank you. Truly. So, I'm going to leave this episode here, otherwise I'm going to keep rambling all night, and it is currently like 2 o'clock in the morning. I am absolutely exhausted. I want to hopefully get up early in the morning so I can do some other stuff, probably edit all these videos and whatnot, so yeah. Remember to smack that like button, like somebody that's just told your grandmother. Remember to stay awesome, and I will see all of your beautiful faces in the next video. Bye-bye.